What's up, y'all? My name is Cody and welcome to Crescent Moon Crochet. Today, it's been a while since I've talked to you guys. I've made a couple videos, but I didn't really like how they turned out, so I just went ahead and scrapped them. One of the biggest things that I was filming for was the fact that I finally got my desk into my house and into my bedroom, and I also redid my yarn storage completely. Like this, don't look at my nightstand. This behind me is where the box of my yarn used to be, and now all my yarn is where it's supposed to be. Most of it anyway. That tote behind me is just white and black yarn because I have so much of it. But today's video is basically going to be a resetting my yarn and workspace and do an inventory, because over the last couple weeks I have been making a lot of stuff. I've just been crocheting every single day. So I have a lot of stuff that I've made, and I found recently that I'm like, wait, did I already make this in this color, or did I make multiple in this color? Because I don't want to have too many of one color. So I was like, okay, well, I need to do inventory. But the problem is that I do inventory obviously at my desk, and that's my desk. There is multiple bags of yarn that need to be put away. I went to Michael's, and I went to Michael's because the last time before this time that I went to Joann's, it was ransacked. Like, I feel like that's a pretty common thing people have been saying, is that their first trip to Joann's since we heard they've been closing, it's been empty. My fiance Austin said it looks like the apocalypse went through. And I was like, okay, well, I guess this is my last time going to Joann's. So I went to Michael's. And like I said, Joann's is right across the street. So when I was in Michael's, I was like, Joann's parking lot is packed. So Austin was like, let's just go in there one more time. They were so restocked full of yarn. Like, there were 4 aisles where they'd stocked the yarn, and then there were like 3 aisles of just boxes that you could go through. So not only did I buy a lot of yarn at Michael's, my fiance basically went and got me a cart and said, fill this up because we don't know when this location is closing. So I got a whole bunch of yarn from Joann's, like yarn that I just love, like the Big Twist Mystic Mermaid. I love that color. So it was there, so I bought 2 skeins of that. And yeah, I just bought a lot of yarn that I've only ever seen at Joann's. And one thing I am very happy about is if you can see this thing behind me, this big box of polyfill, at Michael's, at least in my store, one of those is $130. And that was just not something I could, like, commit to buying. Like, even though I'd use it, I would definitely use it. I was just okay with buying 5-pound boxes at a time, because 5 pounds will last me a little bit. Until we went to Joann's, and I seen that those boxes of 20 pounds worth of polyfill were $50. So I told Austin about it, and he was like, let's just buy 2 of them. Let's buy 2 of them. You'll have 40 pounds of polyfill, and you'll be set for a while. Yeah, I'm going to be set for a long while. So the goals for today. So I have to organize and put away my yarn. Second of all, I have to redo inventory, because I did inventory a little while back, and it just did not, like, I've made so much stuff since then that I really need to update my numbers, so that way I know what I've made, what I've completed, what I still need to make, and also add, because I've made stuff that weren't on my, like, inventory to-do list. So we're gonna plan for that. And also because I've been using so many skeins of yarn, a lot of them need caked up. So, yep, those are our 3 to-do list things. Organize and put away yarn, cake yarns and put them away that need it, and do inventory. Those are our 3 things we have to get done today. Let's disrupt my dog, because he is back here all happy and snuggling, and I need my bed. So I don't know why I keep getting you guys so freaking close. That's why I use a tripod, because if I use my arm, I eventually move you guys up here. Anyway, tangent over. Put my glasses back on so I can see what's going on here. But yeah, we're gonna get going. Okay, this may not be the best lighting, but like I said, but my phone is charging. I film on my phone. My phone is charging, and this is the best spot I can put you guys where it can stay charging. So first thing we're going to do is empty my desk. I've got stuff on here that doesn't need to be on my desk anymore. Like, I have a spot for it. So, yeah, we're just gonna remove everything, okay? I am gonna try to sort this by color because my yarn in here, my God, this lighting is horrible. But I have organized all my yarn by color, so we're going to do that the best we can. This is some of the stuff that doesn't need to be on my desk anymore. My Dungeon Master sheet and both my Dungeon Master's Guide and the Player's Handbook. I'm so excited to use these. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to be able to use these. Just finding time for everybody to get together to play. That's the hardest part. I think I'm going to set them over there for right now so I can get a spot on my bookshelf. Okay, my desk is finally emptied. And this is what we're looking at. I really tried to keep them color coordinated, but I've realized that I have bought so much purple and pink yarn, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Because if I take you over here, this is my box for purple and my pink yarn. I was like, you know what? I don't really buy this color that much, so I'll just go ahead and combine them into two. And it just into one. And it is like overflowing. The only reason this isn't overflowing anymore is because I pulled two skeins of a purple and a pink and used them up. So now this is not empty, but it's lower. That is my purple and pink drawer, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this purple and pink yarn. And plus I have yarn that like I classify as multicolored, like they don't have too much of one. And that drawer is almost completely full too. Like, this drawer is almost completely full. Like, even this is in here because my purple was just full. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to try to put some of the yarn, like especially yarn that's on my desk. I'm gonna try to do my best to put some of it up because it's up here for projects I'm not really working on right now or anymore. And I'm going to try to get them over there. I'm trying so you can see it. I'm going to try to get them more over in there. Just cross my fingers. Okay, so cake up some yarn with me while I talk about my new strategy, I guess. So, as you guys seen, as you guys seen, I cannot, absolutely not fit any more skeins in my pink and purple box. And that is really all that's left. I got most of the green put away. I'm keeping the other skein of this green out because my next plan is to make more sea turtles. So I'm gonna need that. But yeah, I can't fit anymore. Like, it was just a struggle to put the 3 skeins that I did put in there. So what I think I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna go ahead and move this stuff to the side as best I can, and I'm gonna do inventory because I have an empty polyfill box, a 5-pound one, and here lately, because my 20-pound polyfill boxes I talked about, they are sitting in front of my closet where I keep my market bags. So I think I'm gonna move those around, and I don't know what I'm saying here. When I have been finishing a project for my markets, I have just thrown them in this polyfill box right behind me. I don't really even remember what's in there anymore. So we're gonna go through that box. We're gonna do inventory, get that completed, and we are going to take the rest of these pink and purple skeins behind me and just throw them in that box, or put them in that box. So that way they're there if I need them. That box is not going anywhere. They're there. Oh God, I hate when my yarn winder makes that sound. I'm going to take is this the right? Yep. I'm gonna take all those skeins of yarn and put them off to the side as best I can. I'm gonna do inventory, and then we are going to stuff that box full of skeins I can get into it. I already have like I said, I have a plan for most of the skeins I bought. Like this one, I put one away, but this one I'm going to keep because I want to make either a dinosaur or an elephant out of it. I feel like they'd both be really cute. I'll probably make both, honestly. But yeah, I guess that's just what we're gonna do. The plan's gonna change a little bit. The plan has changed a little bit, and we're just gonna go right along with it. I'm kind of shocked. I did not know that I had 3 skeins of Bernat baby blanket in the baby grays. It's one of my favorites. It's gray, pink, and white. Yeah, it's like a light gray, a dark gray, pink, and a white, and I love it. It's one of my favorites, and I did not realize I had 3 skeins of it because my fiance Austin bought me 2 of them, and then I bought one while I was at Joann's because it was there and I needed it. All right, now I'm starting to get into a mess. But yes, we are just going with the flow. I've already almost caked up this. I haven't. Here's the worst thing. I bought one of the 10.5 ounces skeins of Bernat. I can't remember what this color's called, but it's big and it wouldn't come out. I'm a center pull girl and I could not pull it out of the center, so I had to gut it and pull it out, and now it's just falling apart. It's messy. So after I get this one wound up, I am going to try to wind that one up, and I know it's gonna be a pain and it's gonna take forever, but I can't stand the look of that. I really can't. It drives me crazy when my skeins are all messed up. It does. It drives me crazy. That's why I have a yarn winder, and that's why I want one of the bigger yarn winders. This thing's gonna fight with me the whole time. I know it is. So yeah, how y'all been doing? You guys been doing good? You enjoying this weather? I'm not. It's 90 degrees in Indiana today, and I'm not happy about it. It was like 87 yesterday, and it's almost 90 today. And if you know me, you know I hate thunderstorms. You know I'm scared of tornadoes, and we are supposed to have like some pretty severe weather tonight. And I'm not looking forward to that, which is the main reason why I wanted my desk open, is because I want to do some more work, but I also want to work on my books. So I don't think I've ever really talked about this in videos. I have always wanted to have my own small business. I just never knew like, I was never good enough at anything. Like, I thought about having a sticker business, but I cannot draw to save my life. But yeah, I've always wanted to have my own little small business, but my biggest dream in life and goal that I actively work towards quite often is I have always wanted to be a published author. I have been writing since I was a kid. I've been making up stories since I was a kid. I love to write. And a while back I was working on a novel, and it was I write pretty dark stuff. I can admit that. I'm not afraid to. One of my favorite authors is Stephen King, so. But like, I write pretty dark stuff, so. And sometimes I was reading something, and sometimes people who write really dark things, they say to get out of that mindset, it's sometimes good to write a happy short story or something like that. So I did. I wrote like a really quick short story. Oh, excuse me. I wrote like a really quick short story, and it was, just a fluffy little romance. It was like barely like 10 pages, I think. And I let a friend of mine read it, and she loved it. And she was like, you need to turn this into a book. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not really a romance author. And she's like, no, this is amazing, and you need to turn this into a book. So I kind of started, and then all of a sudden this world and this story just grew out of it. So that's what I've mainly been working on. And my friend she just keeps falling in love with it. Every time I give her the next chapter to read, she's like, I need more. And I'm actually very close to finishing the first draft. But I'm so excited. But I need to be at my desk because I need my laptop. So I need to be able to sit down and work on it. So it's the other reason we're cleaning my desk today, because during the storms I might want to write a little bit. Help my anxiety. Okay, I'm gonna go fight with a skinny yarn real quick. Yarn, and apparently I didn't. I still got 3 like pretty good sized skeins out of this, so that is task number 1 completed. They are wound up. I think I actually have one more. Hang on, I think I have one more that needs done. I swear that sound makes me like think of like when my car hits a pothole I didn't see, and I'm like, I'm sorry. This is the Bernat Blanket Extra, so it's like a really thicker yarn, so I'm just trying to get it wound up as best I can. Now, I'm pretty sure all the skeins of yarn. I don't know where I was going with those words, but I'm pretty sure that that's all of them. Okay, now it's time to get set up to do inventory. Okay, so as you can see by my desk, empty polyfill box. We are going to fit as much of this in here as we can. Bless you. Are you good? Could you stop, please? Thank you. Would you also go lay down somewhere? Please, thank you. Goodness. Once again, I'm not gonna be able to get all this stuff in here. I'm gonna do my best though. This is all purple and pink yarn. It's going to have to find a different spot because I'm going to be pulling out of there. I need to put this in my velvet yarn. Actual bag I'm looking for. Not this one. This one holds my wearables, my ear warmers, my beanies, my scarves, and I haven't, wow, I cannot believe I'm out of breath. I have not made anything, any wearables here lately, so I don't need to count this bag. I need to count this bag, so we're gonna get this over with. I also want to get another one of these bags out to take out my bigger items like my sea turtles, a couple other like big items that I've made. I want to put them in their own bag because they're taking up too much room in the bags for the little stuff. Okay, so I just did the computer work. The only problem is that the next computer bit I have to do is going to be really boring. Summer's getting closer. I can feel it. The next part of what I have to do for computer work is going to be boring because, like I said, I'm having trouble remember what color scheme I have been doing. So, for like my elephants and my octos and my dinosaurs, I will probably open up a new Excel sheet. Open up a new Excel sheet and like take down what colors they are. I just got a notification on my phone. We are now under a tornado watch. Didn't even give us the severe thunderstorm watch. Just skipped right to tornado watch. Anyway, we're gonna focus on this and not that. So here is everything I've made so far. I need to most of these I've counted. I need to insert my new stuff and recount my octos because I've made a whole bunch of new ones and I don't exactly know what's here anymore. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you, I don't have to count because I've already marked these completed, which means I have already counted them before. And they are my mallards. I love them. They're so fat and squishy. I love them to death. I think they're so cute. Like I just made a tube and put bobble stitches. So like this is my own pattern. And I have 10 of these. Just 10 mallards by themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and put those back in the bag. The next ones I'm going to show you are my chickens. I did 2 different colors of chickens. So first one is this gray speckled. I think he's super cute. And I love the little combs on top. This part took me longer than to put the whole body together. So like, yeah, he was definitely a labor of love. And then I did what I'm calling brown speckled. So it's like this really nice kind of rusty brown fuzzy yarn. This is like Bernat tweed. They're both Bernat tweed, I think. And he's adorable and I love them. And I made 5 of each of these. So I'm gonna put them in the bag. So far, the last of my birds are coming up. I did ducks. So first I did this little yellow one. I think he's so cute. I guess you could technically classify him as a chick, but yeah, I did these yellow ducks and I think they're adorable. And then I went with the classic white duck. Excuse me, ma'am, I do not need your help with this. My cat wants to know what I'm doing. But yeah, I think he's so cute. And same thing, I went to make 5 each of these ones, but I don't know why. They're like a little bit smaller than my mallards and my chickens. So I was actually able to get 6 of these each. Right? 1, 2, 3. I got 6 of the white ducks. I swear I got 6 of the yellow. Where'd he go? I'll figure that out. But I'm going to put these in the bag. It's like the only thing left of birds I need to make are penguins. And yeah, I don't even think I have the yarn for that. What do you want, Miss Ma'am? So next thing I'm going to go through, and this is the part that might take me, I might do mushies next. No, because I want to write those down too. Next thing I'm going to show you guys are the octos. This pattern is from the Whimsical Goblin on Instagram. It's her market-friendly octo pattern, and I think they are so cute. I have them a bunch of different colors. So I have these yellow ones. I have some purple ones, who's got red flakes on him. I got these purple ones. I did some in the Michael's Loops and Threads. I can't remember what this is called. Purple Floral, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I think the variegated ones are my favorite. Because, like, look at this guy. I made him with the Lion Brand cover story, the really, really big skeins. I only have one of him right now because I was just trying to use up some yarn that I cut off. So I just finished him out. All of them, like I said, I'm not done whatsoever, even close to being done with finishing these guys. They're technically finished, they're sewed up and everything, but I want to go through and put whites on their eyes so that way they kind of stand out a little bit more. I did red ones, and I did this. I'm pretty sure this is Big Twist, the plush. I'm pretty sure this was big twist. I mean, I have the rest of it right here. It holds all of my stuff I use because I don't want to use it up. And I have these like kind of dark, I don't really know which color you would call this. I call it a dark mint green, and my sister-in-law makes fun of me because that's her favorite color. But I love it. I think it's cute. I'm pretty sure this is Burnt Misty Green. I have also made these pink ones. Now this I definitely know is Big Twist because she turned out so much bigger than the Bernat or the Big Twist. Not Big Twist, the Michaels. But yeah, I made a bunch of the pink ones. Blue ones. I think they look like little blueberries. I think they're cute. And meow. Oh, thank you for the assist. Thank you. You're not getting on my desk. Yeah. This one is my favorite color. This is the Bernat Plum. I love it. I love the color of it. The camera don't even do it justice. It's just a dark, like, rich purple. And I love it. Oh, yeah. And then this is the last one. This is Bernat Baby Blanket. I can't remember the name of it. But once again, I made 2 other things out of what was left over of this skein. And I just finished up an octo. I really thought I had more than one of him. But apparently I only have one. He is one of a kind. So, that's octos. Okay, in total I have 44 octos so far. Which... my goal was 50, but I really think I'm going to try to push it to 100 as much as I can. The only thing that I have that I actually want to make 100 of are scrunchies. And I have not made a single scrunchie, even though I've bought like 2 more skeins of Bernat Velvet. I don't want to make any more scrunchies. I'm not going to lie, that was long and obnoxious. But they're all inputted, they all have their colors, so it's time to put them in the bag. Next are the dinosaurs I've made so far. I only made 3. I really thought I made more than that, but it's probably because the last one I made, the yarn was so horrible to work with that I could not deal with it anymore. Like, I threw the rest of the skein away, and I'm going to show you why. But the first one, we seen this color in an octo. He is the first one I've made. He's so cute. I love him. I found this pattern on Pinterest. If I remember to go find it, I will put it up here on the screen so you can find it on Pinterest. But I think he is super cute, and I love him. In the bag he goes. This is the last one I made, and I don't know what it is about this yarn. I'm pretty sure I saw this yarn in Walmart the other day, and it's Walmart Mainstays, like chenille yarn, and it is horrible to work with. Like, I've gotten some pretty great Mainstays yarn. This is horrible to work with. Because it was so tight, but like, it wasn't my hook. Because I even sized up a hook size, that's why his neck is so weird. And it still wouldn't work. So, I threw the rest of the skein away, but I think he turned out pretty cute. And then, this one we seen in an octo. This is the Michaels Lavender Florals, I think is what it's called. And I think this one's my favorite. He's so soft. But yeah, I think this one is so far my favorite. So that is 3 dinosaurs in the bag and inputted into inventory. My phone is like actively dying, so we had to do a change of scenery real quick. I think the next one we're gonna do, just to get them out of the way, are the Mushy Boys. Of course my AC decides to turn off. And these ones are super cute. I love them. Look at Nova in the background, just watching my every move. But yes, I've heard that Mushy Boys in the red tops are very popular because it's just the typical mushroom. So I made 4 of these. Really thought I made more than that. I probably will. But I have 4 of the red ones. I have 2 of the pink ones. One of them is trying to run. I think these ones are super cute. I love the pink. And then I have 1 green. I had another green, but my mom stole it for Christmas, so I only have one green right now. I need to get more done. I have one kind of peachy orange. And then I have one, my only variegated one. This one is the Burnt Chicks and Ducks. I think they discontinued it because I can't find it anywhere. And instead of doing white, I want to call them sprinkles, but that's not what they are. But instead of doing white streaks, I did gray because I feel like they stuck out a lot better. And I think it really brought it together. I think it's super cute. I almost forgot to mention, I have blue ones. His hat's a little messed up, but I think they're cute. I love them. Okay, time to go input those in the computer and put them up. That bag just keeps getting fuller and fuller. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the sky just sounded like it just cracked open, like right across the center. That thunder was so loud. I did not enjoy it whatsoever. Did not enjoy that. Oh, I hate this time of year. Everybody always asks me, they're like, why do you like winter so much? Because I'm okay with a snowstorm. I'm okay with an ice storm. But when it comes to thunderstorms, especially where we're already under a tornado watch, I freak out. Like, I already looked at my fiance, I already looked at Austin, and I was like, I am trying so hard to not ask to go to your mom's. Because I don't know why I feel so much safer at his mom's house. I think it's because it's a brick and mortar house. Like, it's actually, you know, I live in a trailer. So, when they're like, there's a tornado, you know, you guys need to get out of mobile homes, I'm like, where do I go? I know where I'd go. My brother lives right up the street and he's got a basement. My cat feels my stress and she's trying to help. Anyway, what did we talk about last? We talked about the mushy boys and how I need to get them in the... Excuse me. You are not... No, don't bite my phone charger. I need that. Y'all, I don't know what happened with this cat. We got her fixed. And she has been the most loving, the most vocal cat ever. Ever since we got her back. And it's crazy to me. Because she would never allow this. Before I got her fixed, she would never allow this. Like, she would bite me, she would scratch me. She was mean before I got her fixed, and now she's just... Look, she licked me. She just licked me. Okay, I think next I'm going to do the bears because they're just sitting right behind me. This is a new pattern I decided to try out, and if there's one thing about me, I don't like some of the way my plushies look when I sew their necks on, and I'm trying to get a lot better at it. So this one involves a lot of sewing, so I haven't made a ton of them. I've made 3 total. But they are these little, can you not? They are these little bears and they have little overalls. I think they're so cute. Like, this one's muzzle's a little sideways. I really gotta fix that. But I think they're so cute. So I made this pink one and the bibs are Barnett Baby Girl. And then I made this green one. If I can get some better light. I made this green one and I think he's adorable with his little overalls. I think he's adorable. I think this one's my favorite. And then I did the opposite of that one. Now, this one I did go ahead and put the whites on the eyes. I didn't do it to this one. That's why he doesn't look like this just yet. But yeah, I think he's so cute. I love him. I cannot wait to make more. Seriously, I do believe that this one is seriously my favorite. Like, I don't know if it's the combination of the greens or what, but I think he's super cute. And I have 3 of those. I'm going to make more. Next are my elephants. I was planning on making a big elephant, and she's like 3/4 of the way done. I just need to sew her together, and I don't want to do that. It's thundering really, really loud. And we're breathing. This elephant pattern I found on Pinterest. Same thing, if I figure out who the pattern is by, I'll put it on the screen here. But I think they're cute. They just like a little tail. I love them. They're pretty low sew. Like, you crochet the ears on, and like you build the trunk onto the face. I love it. The only thing you really gotta sew are the little feet. I think they're cute. So I made this one. Like I said, this is either Bernat or Big Twist plush. I cannot remember which one it is. I'm pretty sure this is Big Twist plush because I remember seeing it the last time I went to Joann's. I just didn't grab it anymore. Oh, dinner's done. Okay, so we're gonna fly through these real quick. Here's the other one. This one is Tourmaline from Bernat. This is one of my favorites. My favorite colorways. I made one out of the lavender florals from Loops and Threads. And once again, a very large size difference between Bernat and the florals. And of course, I had to make one out of Pretty Girl, one of my absolute favorite Bernat blanket, baby blanket skeins. Of course, I had to make it out of Pretty Girl. I love it. I think she's so cute. And then last but not least, this is the other thing that completed that final skein that I made the dino and the octo out of. I made this little elephant. I really need to put the whites on their eyes, guys. I've been telling you. But I think they're so cute, and I love them. If you hear the door trying to open, my dog believes that he can escape the storm in any room of the house, as long as he walks to it enough. God, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's horrible. Okay, we're gonna speed run this real quick. The only last little thing is to kind of show you my bigger items. So like I said, this is the first sea turtle that I ever made, that I ever learned how to make. And it did not turn out the way I want it to. So I'm thinking about tearing it apart and trying again. Because I even crocheted the flippers on like upside down. So that's fun. But there's one sea turtle. Here is one that I made. I think this one is so cute. The only thing I really don't like about making sea turtles is that the pattern I follow has you make a belly. Hi Nova. Has you make a belly and sew the fins in between the belly and the shell. And that is like really stressing because I'm like, where in the world, how do I line these up properly? So I'm gonna try to find a different turtle pattern, because I've seen people like do decreases and make the belly flat and also crochet this onto the shell itself. So I don't know, it's just something I'd like to do. But there's this one. Oh, here's the other one. I made the shell with Pretty Girl, and then this is Big Twist pink, like hot pink, I think, I'm not sure. And then these are my pride and joy that I just finished. These are my pink, like my cotton candy strawberry turtles. So I love them. I think they're super cute. They're big. I think they're super cute. I'm dropping it. And I made 2 of those. My next plan is to make a watermelon turtle. So this dark gray will be the head and the flippers and the belly, and the shell will be a watermelon. This is, now I'm gonna move on to like my bigger ticket items, like the stuff that like I use for people to be like, oh my god, like, and look at my booth and then come in and see my smaller stuff. So this is the first one. This is the Winnie the Pooh pattern from Wonder Crochet, I think, and I use like size 7 yarn, so he's massive. I love him. This is my massive mushy boy. I think I'm gonna put blush under his eyes. But he's awesome. Like, and he's a perfect snuggler. But you want to talk about a perfect snuggler. Hang on. This is a pattern I just bought. I will put her Etsy handle right here. Oh, the rain is here. But she uses like size 5, size 6 yarn in her pattern. I use size 7. I can't even fit him on screen. This is the alligator pattern. I haven't finished him. I still need to do his back bumps and I need to make his nose. But this thing is the perfect snuggler. And my dog just broke in. But I'm super happy getting finished, and he is, I kid you not, he's like the size of my torso. He is long. But yeah, I think that's everything. And I've officially filled up I officially filled up this bag. So I think the rest of the stuff is going to go in my wearables bag until I can get my other bag out. But yeah, that is everything I've crocheted. Okay, so that got scary for like 10-15 minutes. Like, I know the storm was supposed to be fast moving, and I like fast moving storms because they come in, they do their shit, and they leave. But I wasn't expecting it to, like, fast storms. They come in ready to swing. And there was a moment I was sitting here inputting my numbers, and I looked outside, and if any of you have seen the original Twister, there's a moment where Bill is standing and he's looking at the sky, and he goes and he says going green. And when the atmosphere can create a tornado, the light, like how the sun comes through the clouds, it turns everything a green hue. And I was sitting here and I was like, going green, it's going green. And of course Austin, he's like, no it's not. I'm like, shut up, you're not helping. He does, he helps me a lot actually. But my numbers are all inputted, I've done everything, and I have finally hit over $3,000 worth of inventory. It is not the 10,000 inventory goal I have set for myself, but I'm getting closer. And the only reason I've set such a high goal for myself is because I have one weekend in September. I will have one festival. I will have a weekend off, and then the next weekend is another festival, and the weekend after that is another festival. And I'm about to sign up for a fourth one, and if I get in, then I won't have another festival until like the first weekend of October. But I don't want to be underprepared, so that's what I do. I over prepare for things. Like with these storms, if we have a storm at night, I cannot like be in pajamas. I have to be dressed, because in my mind, if we need to get going, I want to be in actual clothes. So I have a tendency to over prepare for things. Maybe it's my anxiety, or maybe it's just because I'm a freak, but I like to be overly prepared. I talked to someone when I went to the first festival that I signed up for, when I went to it last year, because it's a local festival, thousands of people go. When I went to it last year and I was talking to some vendors, they said, when you prep like you're gonna sell out. And she's like, most likely you're not going to, but prep like you're going to. Like, you know for a fact that you're gonna sell out. So I have allotted like $2,000 a day, and I think that'll do me pretty good. Like, that'll get me through the events, and if I have stock left over, then that's awesome too, because next year I'm gonna sign up for a lot more. Like, I'm gonna sign up for a lot more. I don't want to sign up for too many my first year, because I want to be able to go and like get a feel for how these events work and what sells and what doesn't sell. So, but yeah, I'm rambling. I'm just trying to stop shaking. That's my biggest thing right now, is I'm really just trying to stop shaking. Why is the rain picking up? No, they said it was over. No. So I think that's where I'm going to end this video for today. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want more content from me, please feel free to subscribe. It would just make my heart so happy. I plan on posting more market prepping videos. I have an ear warmer video coming up that I'm trying to get finished. But as I say that, the yarn is sitting next to me. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.